Oh, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here's Coleman. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's taken down inside the 30. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's the first carry for Rashawn McCoy. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll run with White. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to look. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is taken in by Chad Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Coleman. And an alley to run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. Green.
They'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Leopard! Leopard!
This is Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Set. 3-19.
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Vernon Butler in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, set this one off target.
Now White, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Eric Ebron, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year. And that's usually a good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
Zerline connects on the extra point. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And now here comes Kansas City. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
319! 319!
They'll set up a throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
Set! 319! 319!
Coleman now. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And they'll run it here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue line it! Blue line!
Right back to him on 1st down. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And his kick is indeed good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. On 3rd down, that's White. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more after this.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Lucky 56!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to launch this. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right, that run after catch.
Now let's go!
Looking to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's complete to Eifert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green
back to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds right around the 20. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Ebron with it over the middle. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hey.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now back to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
They're going to look to throw. Finding room to the 20. And complete right side to Cook. And finally taken down at the 15. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now a carry for White. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll run. This is White. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make it up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's White. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Green 39.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Back to throw here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from the 1. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it. This is White. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal? The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and sneak it here. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He did it. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
They will run again with Coleman. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Here we go now. Green.
On 3rd down. That's Coleman. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taking it about the 36. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground as White takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Bills on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
And a key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They go play action here on 1st down. And Cook has it, left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jared Cook, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills will extend their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw. And Eifert has it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. Spinning away. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The drive starts with a run by White, and he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Try to lay one up deep. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You've got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Buffalo, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.